Listings are up, pendings are down, months of inventory soars. We're going to talk about the impacts to buyers and sellers in this month's Eastside, Seattle, and Snohomish County real estate market update. I am Tony Meier with Windermere, your host. For 36 years, I've been an avid study of the market, using information to help our clients make smart, timely, and most importantly, financially profitable real estate decisions by knowing where the market's heading and making educated decisions about that. So we're going to help you with some of that same information. We're going to cover interest rates, months of inventory, and median sales price, see how the market's evolving. First up is interest rates. We're up just a little bit this month from last month, but we are down from a year ago, so that's good news. We'll take that. We're going to talk about months of inventory. This is the absolute key indicator of what's happening to a market. And I'll give you an example. If we reflect back to the East Side in 2022, how months of inventory changed things. We started off the year at 0.3 of a month of inventory, and our median price peaked at $1,722,500 in April. We rose to 2.7 months of inventory, a dramatic change in the fourth quarter. By December, our median price hit $1,299,000. So that doesn't mean a house dropped more than $500,000, but it definitely went down. And of course, the median's not perfect. If the upper end slows down, the median will go down. So months of inventory has a significant impact on the direction of prices. We're going to talk about where our marketplaces sit regarding that information. So first up, Eastside, we're going to look at the last 10 years and see how we compare. Active listings are up 57%. Pending sales are down 25%. So that shows up in our months of inventory being at some of the highest levels. I'm looking at the 10-year here, saying on average it's 1 month of inventory. May of last year was 1 month on average. We are sitting at 2.1 months of inventory right now. The peak time in the last 10 years where we were close to that would be 1.5. And in fact, we have to look back to the years of the housing recession, 2010, 2011, before we see numbers that are on par with this same months of inventory. And it's a pretty shocking change to our marketplace as we're trying to understand the direction of prices. So speaking of prices, where do we sit? Well, we are down compared to a year ago, and I haven't said that in a video consistently for a very long time, but it's been in our weekly videos lately, and it is certainly showing up in our monthlies. The East Side has really been the trendsetter for the last 5 years, and now we are the trendsetter in the wrong direction at this stage. As we go through the rest of the numbers, you'll see what I mean. So we're down 4% compared to a year ago in our median price. On to Seattle. Seattle has been riding high on listings for quite some time, and they're up again this month at 63% above where they were at before, down 25% in pending sales. So that's moving its month of inventory double the 10-year average. From 1 month to 2 months, we sit last year at 1.5 months, so we're seeing a slowing to that market. Seattle was slower last year, and it's interesting that you're going to see their median price, as I cover in just a moment here, has moved upwards. So where do we sit at 2 months compared to previous times? In the last 10 years, Seattle hit 1.5 months as their peak for May in 2019 and 2024. So one of the interesting things you're going to see in this video is that May is the peak. But the difference of May, we had more listings in May across all marketplaces, but we also had more pending. So that month made the months of inventory come down in relation to that division there. So median price, we are up 5% in Seattle. And this is a bit defying of gravity, but I think Seattle is so much cheaper than the East Side. You're seeing its prices hold up as buyers come back into Seattle looking for affordability that they're not finding on the East Side at this point. So we're up 5% from $965,000 to $1,010,000. On to Snohomish County. Active listings are up 31%. Pending sales are down 27% compared to the 10-year average. That moves our months of inventory to 1.5, certainly significantly slower than the average of 0.9 for the last 10 years and slower than last year at 1.0 months of inventory. We look to the peaks before this year. That goes back to May again of 2019, 1.2 months of inventory. We are now 1.5 as mentioned. So what's happened with prices? Well, Snohomish County doesn't have as much tech workers, so it's a little bit more price sensitive. It is certainly more affordable, but compared to Seattle, which is actually showing price increases, this is only up 0.6%. So much more affordable. Those who are maybe outside of the high earning tech industry are going to find themselves more into Snohomish County at this point. So for sellers, how do you navigate this market? Well, I can tell you for certain, you don't look back to spring and see what was selling in your neighborhood. You have got to absolutely look forward thinking as to where the market's going. In many of our marketplaces, particularly on the east side, we're looking at numbers less than we were a year ago. And so that's a bit of a hard thing to stomach as you saw multiple offers among your neighbors this spring to go, gee, that's gone, and now I have to look at something maybe less than last year. That's the realities of our marketplace right now. For buyers, man, oh man, you're probably going to look back upon this time and go, I wish I had bought. This marketplace right now is really essentially a forced error. It had started by the tariffs and it's been kind of a panic, yet the stock market is fully recovered. We hopefully will see a very quick recovery in our real estate market, but we're also moving at a time of year when we expect balance to shift in your favor anyhow. So if there is some recovery, it is probably not going to be significant, but when we look to next spring, if you haven't bought this year, you may highly regret that decision. So if you've got questions about the market and want to know how best to navigate this and make a profit in the process of doing so, please reach out to us. We're happy to help. If you've yet to do so, share this video with a friend who could use the information, subscribe for our future updates, and hit the bell icon to get notified of those. Well, that's it for now, and we'll talk with you next month. Take care.